Hello everyone and welcome to iReadit, bringing you your daily dose of the internet for Monday, July 3rd, 2017. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood, and it also says the live video has been interrupted.
Really? Already? Seriously? Mm-hmm. I mean, if so, then we'll just restart, but... But mine says live. Mine says it's working.
Well, mine started working.
Okay, well, I won't question it then if it's working now. Please remember, everybody, we go live, if it works, on Facebook Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Alaska time. That's 7 p.m. if you're on the West Coast, 10 p.m. if you're on the East, and I hope you can do the math in between. And we'd also ask you to support our show by going to patreon.com/dailyinternet. Nathan, how are you doing today?
Really good now that I have this bag of sour gummy worms.
Oh, very berry?
Very berry, yo.
Are they tasty?
All right. Yeah, they've got 3 different kinds of gummy worms. They got raspberry, blueberry, strawberry, blackberry, and blue raspberry berry punch.
Okay. Are you gonna eat the whole bag tonight?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it's hard to resist. I mean, I'll normally eat a bag of sour gummy worms or Sour Patch Kids in like 2 sittings, and that's just because if I eat it all in 1 sitting, I'll be sad the next night when I want more.
That's how I was over the weekend. Actually, this is my weekend D&D snackage bag.
You didn't bring it on Sunday.
I know, because I forgot that I had it.
Jerk.
I bought it at like 2 or 3 in the morning, and then fell asleep at 4, and then woke up at 7, 8.
I still think you just don't love me.
I mean, they're mine.
Exactly. Thus, don't love me.
That's all right. I woke up that morning and ate a bag of crispy M&Ms for breakfast. I am the worst when it came to weekends.
Crispy M&Ms?
Yeah, they got the little pretzel crisp stuff in the middle. They're not actual pretzels, but they're crisp.
Do you mean like Crunch Bars or Crackle, like that stuff?
Kind of. It is like a giant rice ball, yes.
Huh. Neat. All right. Anyway, you want to talk about some news?
Because that's just rice and crunch, by the way, people.
You want to talk about some news?
Sure.
Cool. Let's do this. 10. Samsung's exploding Note 7 repackaged as Galaxy Note Fan Edition.
This is submitted by Moby-san to R Not the Onion.
Yeah. So, Samsung, we need to have a talk. So Samsung is repackaging, repurposing the Samsung Galaxy Note 7. That was the one that, blew up in people's pockets, not allowed on planes. Don't know if this one will be, but either way, they're going to be releasing it for a reduced price of about £470. They're only going to have 4,000 units initially released, and those are only going to be initially released in South Korea. And then after that, depending on success rates as well as supply, they may be releasing it into the rest of the world. This is using a large number of parts from all the Note 7s that were returned, which I understand why they're trying to do this from a business sense, because they want to still be able to sell all the parts that they already made and paid for, but at the same time,
you really got to cut your losses.
Yeah, you're just asking for it now. Like, even if these phones
aren't going to sell very well at all.
Well, especially not if, more people find out about what they are. Like, just at a certain point, just Jennifer in the chat room, hashtag fan the flame edition. Oh, that's terrible. Hilarious, but terrible.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me temperatures of fire.
The Note 7?
Yeah.
I mean,
I kind of wanted one initially, and then they started exploding. And then I wanted one even more because I was going through a dark patch in my life.
Be like, yes.
Yeah, I mean,
either I will die or I'll get to sue Samsung. One of these will happen.
It's really just my life.
It's getting better though, right?
Moving on.
So either
this video is lit. Oh my god, Jennifer, you're killing it.
Oh,
Jesus. It's not okay.
9. SpaceX's first reflown Dragon capsule successfully returns to Earth.
Damn. This is submitted by Sue Bid to our space. Was it actually a dragon? Does it have 4 legs and 2 wings?
No, it's a little pod.
Then it is not a dragon. It is most likely a lindworm.
No. It's literally just like a bucket with wings.
Oh, it has wings. Okay, so if it has wings but no limbs, it is a drake.
Okay.
No, drakes are the opposite. They have limbs but no wings.
A wyvern?
Huh?
A wyvern?
No, wyverns have legs, but their arms are their wings. There's a specific one for just...
A coatl? Is that it?
It is a coatl, but they can be classified as European worms too. I think they're just worms, actually.
Okay.
Worms with wings.
Well, I mean, its shape is like my cup here. Like, I mean, it's not like long and slender. It had to parachute back down to Earth.
Hey, not all dragons are long and slender. All right, that is very offensive to those who don't, look like that. Shouts out to my, slightly chubbier dragons.
Yeah,
I find it very offensive that you are fat shaming these dragons right now.
Okay, so that ridiculous thing off to the side. The Dragon capsule, which originally launched in September 2014, it came back, was refurbished, and used again on June 3rd. It has been up at the International Space Station for right around a month, and successfully early today, Monday morning, re-entered the atmosphere and parachuted down into the Pacific Ocean, where it was recovered and is expected to be refurbished and used again.
God damn.
Yep, this is one of the SpaceX's big goals, because one of the huge costs involved with getting to space and space exploration in general is having to rebuild anything and everything you use. So if we are able to get to a point, which is what SpaceX is very quickly achieving, of having reusable rockets that can go up and come back down and just touch back down and land themselves and things like that, it'll be so much better than having to just build a new one every damn time.
Right, especially if they're durable enough to land.
Yeah. And
land.
Well, it depends on what you're talking about. In this case, I mean, this capsule, it was parachuted down into the ocean, but we've had rockets that do, land back down. SpaceX has achieved that, so now it's a matter of coupling the two, in which I don't know how you do that exactly. Either the rocket has to also be a capsule, or the rocket has to go up and get the capsule and touch back down. I'm not sure how plausible either of those are.
Yeah, I have no idea how that works.
I'm not that knowledgeable when it comes to space, but...
I'm knowledgeable when it comes to dragons, not space.
They're making progress.
I mean, I would hope so. You're putting a lot of money towards that.
Yeah, well, and also it's, our future as part of the,
Dragons?
No.
What is this, Rain of Fire?
No.
Oh, damn it.
Shit, now I forgot what the hell the thing from Star Trek's called. The United Federation of Planets, is that what it's called?
Yeah.
Yeah. Not dragons.
I was kind of hoping for space dragons. Andrew's like, what about space dragons? Are we talking about like King Ghidorah here? Like, what kind of space dragons?
I don't even... Who's King Ghidorah?
Are you fucking kidding me, Michael?
No, I'm not. King Ghidorah.
Only one of Godzilla's most hated enemies.
Yeah, I don't pay attention to Godzilla. He's three-headed?
Yeah. It's three-headed space dragon.
Oh, okay.
King Ghidorah was one of my favorites.
Sure. Oh, okay.
However, I think Mothra or Angora was by far my favorite.
Well, let's talk.
I like that spiky little turtle guy.
Let's move to things that aren't our favorite.
8.
6 dead and dozens wounded after shooting incidents break out in Chicago.
Oh man, I want to make a bad joke.
What is it?
You said let's move on to something that we don't like, and then you said it, and I really wanted to say speak for yourself.
Jesus Christ, dude.
Right. This is submitted by Vivial to our news.
So they're not having the best 4th of July weekend right now in Chicago. Now, Chicago already has a very high rate of violence. I mean, they normally have at least one gun-related death a day, but over the weekend it seemed to spike just a bit, with 6 dead, all of which were confirmed to be shooting victims, and dozens that were wounded from different incidents, whether it is from violence or gang-related activities, or just your friendly neighborhood scuffle because you're all drunk on 4th of July.
Yeah, god damn, Chicago. Like, you can't just fucking cool it for a couple days.
Well, you know what doesn't help? So
What?
Chicago is so Chicago's in Illinois, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Illinois, as of Friday, Friday night into now, their government shut down.
Oh,
They don't have
why is that?
because they don't have a budget.
Oh man, that sounds really familiar.
Yep. Well, I mean, we weren't the only state that's in that situation, and Chicago was in one of the worst of not Chicago. Illinois is in an even worse state than we were in. But we'll talk about that more later because we have a related topic to that coming up shortly. But
oh man, hold on. So my friend, who's a Chinese foreign exchange student, shouts out, you know who you are. He had gotten accepted into a German college, and he was going to go to Germany, but he got accepted in the wrong semester, so he has to go to an intermediary place, and he found out one of the universities he got into and got accepted into with wonderful research opportunities ends up being in one of the most dangerous cities in America.
which is Chicago?
I want to say it's Chicago, but I'm not sure.
What is...
It's Buffalo, I'm sorry.
Okay, sure. Moving right along.
7.
Israel seizes solar panels donated to Palestinians by Dutch government.
This was submitted by EDUFK to our World News.
Locals are claiming that they had given them stop work orders, which means, you know, you're not allowed to build there. You don't have the proper building permissions. The Palestinians responded saying that in order to get those building permissions, it is almost impossible because of the fees and the loopholes and all of the approvals that you have to get. That basically, you're not allowed to build anything ever. So they were put up anyway, and they reportedly claimed that they never received these stop orders, in which case then the Israeli forces came in and seized right around what was it, not 60 to 90 intact solar panels and left the rest of them destroyed, as well as leaving all of their infrastructure, as in like stands and stuff like that, mostly destroyed where they stood. At this point, the Netherlands, who are the ones who donated the solar panels to the Palestinians, are rather upset and are
yeah, I would be upset too.
Yeah, and are requesting that everything be returned to them immediately.
Well, no shit. Oh man, isn't this great? I love that Israel-Palestine thing that's been going on for like over a decade.
Over a century, over a millennia.
Yeah. You really get like a sense for them, you know? Because you're like, oh, they get something nice. They're going to fuck it up somehow. Let's just watch.
It's so petty and so... I don't know. Like, it'd be one thing if it's like, you got guns, we don't want you to have guns, we're gonna come take your guns. But it's like, oh, you guys are building solar panels and you want to be efficient? Fuck you, and just wreck them. Like, no, that's not okay.
Yeah, no, that's pretty fucked up. Not only that, if we're not gonna wreck them, we're gonna steal them.
Or like, I don't know, impose a fee on them or something. I don't know, but don't just break them and steal them. Like, that's not how that should work.
Yeah, it's pretty fucked up.
Like, I don't know.
That's a lot of money, you know?
It is, and it's a huge pain in the ass, and things like this are the reason. This is literally the reason we can't have nice things.
Mm-hmm. Literally the reason why we can't have nice things, because you fucks keep breaking them.
Terrible. Terrible.
However, I've got nice things.
Well, speaking of terrible and borderline hilarious.
6.
Christie gets caught lounging on New Jersey beach he closed to public.
This was submitted by Formula Nico to Our Politics. Isn't this that fucking dickbag that's part of the Trump team?
Yeah, Christie, otherwise known as the governor of New Jersey, because the New Jersey legislature, as well as Christie himself, could not come to an agreement on the budget, the state government is shut down in New Jersey, which meaning that all non-essential personnel and state services are closed. And if you work for any of those non-essential services, you are let go. So the only people that are being maintained is like some court staff and and the police, and that's kind of about it. It also means that all state parks are closed and all state beaches are closed. So you're not allowed to go to any of those, even though it doesn't cost any money and no services are actually rendered. Because they're technically part of the state, you're not allowed to go on them if the state isn't in operation. However, the governor's mansion, because every governor, well, at least I think every governor, when you are elected as governor, you are provided a house. It's like the White House, except for your state, right? So, like, you know, when someone's elected president, they move into the White House. When someone is elected governor of the state, the governor moves into the governor's estate. And the governor's estate in New Jersey is on a state park right next to a state beach.
Why would you put that there?
Well, because normally it's not a big deal because the government isn't supposed to shut down. So he took a state-funded helicopter from a press, what are those called? Press release. There we go. A press release to his governor's house, and he spent the weekend there. In which case, news planes caught photos of him lounging on a beach all by himself. Well, I mean, his family was there, so I mean, enjoying this entire beach just to themselves. And then come Monday, in another press release, they ask him, so did you get any sun today? Knowing that they had the pictures of him. And he goes, no, I didn't get any sun today.
I was too busy working on the budget.
Flat out lied to their faces. And then everyone went, really? So what's this picture of you on the beach this morning?
I was out there for a split second. I mean, why not? And then I ran inside and grabbed a shirt and started working on the budget.
What's amazing is his PR person said, I don't believe he got any sun because he was wearing a baseball cap.
That's not
how that works. And two, Christie is a pretty big dude, and I don't mean big as in tall, I mean big as in big. And
I don't think a ball cap is gonna hide all of that.
No, he sure didn't. So good job, Christie. People already didn't like you. Now people really don't like you, and I don't imagine that you're going to get reelected next year.
Not unless everyone's a lazy fuck.
Well, and I mean, it is always a really bad move whenever a government gets shut down because, like, it's like the president. The president's one of the easiest people to blame for anything wrong with the federal government. The governor is the easiest person to blame for anything wrong on the state level of government for each individual state. And right now, New Jersey, Maine, and Illinois all are shut down because their governors and their legislatures, so their representatives and senators, couldn't come to an agreement on a budget, which means that if there's no budget, there is no money, which means people don't go to work.
Yeah, and here you are making sure, everyone's really working hard on getting that budget, right?
Well, I mean, on one hand, I understand, like, there's only so much work that you can do at one time. Like, I understand, like, okay, it's Sunday, I'm just going to hang out with my family today, and we'll jump right back into this tomorrow. But so I'm not going to hold him, I'm not going to, like, dog him for taking some time to relax, as long as it's not extended amounts of time, and as long as it's not on time when he should be working. Because, I mean, realistically, you get Saturday and Sunday off as a state employee. So, I mean,
nice.
Yeah, on that front, it's like, I understand, go ahead and enjoy the beach on Sunday. You can try and fix things on Monday. But at the same time, one, don't tell people you weren't at the beach. Two, it looks real bad when you're on a beach that no one else is allowed to go to. And three, like, if you're going to relax, maybe do it in a non-pretentious way.
Yeah, don't be that guy.
Like,
lie about it. Be honest. Be like, yeah, I went to the beach. I mean, it's my property. Sorry, guys.
So, I mean, yeah, just don't do that. And
God damn it, Jennifer. Saw you lounging on the beach. Wasn't me. Catching them sun rays. Wasn't me.
We'll see. I wish all three, Maine, Illinois, and New Jersey, luck, and I hope that their budgets are solved and funded soon. Although right now there has been rumors that Illinois will not be funded. And it's been a very interesting thing because one of the things that's being discussed is Illinois basically no longer being a state and selling off itself to sections of other states.
Wow, that means it's going to change. We're going to go back. We're going to go down a state.
that's one of the things that was presented. Now, I doubt it'll ever happen because there's too many representatives and senators that clutch onto their jobs. But that was something that had been mentioned of selling off Illinois to the other states because the state is no longer able to turn a profit on anything.
What are the states around Illinois? Who would be getting what?
I can't. I don't want to spend the time to find that article anymore, but I will pull up a map real quick. Wisconsin's above them. Indiana is to the east or to their right. Kentucky is below them. They got Missouri to their southwest and Iowa to their northwest.
Oh yeah, they're part of that little the little gnome in the United States map.
Yep, they are also. That's also where Springfield is. It's where the Simpsons live.
Has that been confirmed, Springfield, Illinois?
Yeah.
Okay.
There's a house there that looks like the Simpsons house.
That's cool. There's a lot of Springfields, and I bet there's a lot of houses in Springfields that look like the Simpsons house.
So it'll be interesting. Now, I do remember on the map, Missouri was going to get Springfield, and Wisconsin was going to get Chicago, and then the open space elsewhere was going to be divvied up between the other three states.
I kind of want this to happen just so that eventually down the line when I have kids, I can be like, let me tell you about a state called Illinois.
Yep. Now, haven't heard anything on Maine or New Jersey, but it does also make me thankful. Like, as stupid as it was that we didn't get a budget passed until, like 4 days before it was going to be a shutdown, I'm glad that we did get one passed compared to these other three states that have shut down.
Yeah.
Because that sucks.
Yeah, no, definitely. 2 Springfield, Missouris.
It'll make sense if you don't think about it.
One's going to change the other. There's going to be Springfield and Sprungfield.
Springfield and Simpsonstown.
No, it's Sprungfield because it was Springfield.
That's terrible. I'm done with you.
Now it's past tense.
5.
Gotham actor Donal Logue? Sure. Gotham actor Donal Logue asked public to help find his missing daughter.
This was submitted by A. Rain to our television.
So, Gotham actor Donal Logue, his 16-year-old daughter has went missing. He doesn't know why or anything along those lines. There's been no messages or anything like that.
He's been in a bunch of other things too.
I will grab a picture to put up on here, maybe, if I can, if it'll let me.
He's the chief inspector. I think it is the chief inspector. He's Harvey Bullock in Gotham, right? He was in Grounded for Life as Sean Finnerty. He was the main character. He was in Blade, the original one, as a vampire named Quinn.
If you do see her whatsoever, her name is Jade. You can call 1-800-577-TIPS, or if you want to speak in Spanish, it's 1-888-57-PISTA. Also, you can text them but just text the number CRIMES 274-637, and then enter TIP 577.
Oh man, he was in Vikings. He was King Horik.
So, yeah.
Yeah, no, people need to keep their eye out. Because it's never good when people go missing, and I can only imagine what he's thinking.
I will also, just for the sake of clarification, she was the girl on the left in that picture. The girl on the right is not. Anywho, all right, moving right along into the news of today. Oh, come on.
4.
Donald Trump accused of running scared over plan to sneak into the UK with 24 hours notice to dodge protests.
This is submitted by M. Richards, Star Politics.
So, currently there was originally a planned state visit from President of the United States, Donald Trump, to, the Parliament, as well as the Prime Minister of the United Kingdom, Theresa May. And that was postponed because of overwhelming protests. There was something like 1.8 million people signed a petition to keep him out of the country.
Jesus Christ.
And now people are accusing him of running scared because a plan has leaked that they do not have a set date when he will arrive, but he will arrive sometime, and there will not be more than 24-hour notice to help try to prevent mass protests from occurring.
Now that people know this, they're going to get ready for flash mobs.
And they already have. They've already sent out the message to say, you know, we need to make sure that as much of Britain can be ready on as little as like a 3-hour notice. If you can, please prepare in any way and be ready to protest Donald Trump visiting Britain if necessary.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm all for peaceful protest, you know?
Here's the only thing is, like, I 100% understand protesting Donald Trump, okay? And I do not necessarily believe that it is him running scared. Like, I know that he doesn't care for protests or anything like that, and he often talks bad about them. And the thing is that if he was to go over to the United Kingdom, it would be in an official capacity for business, as far as I'm understanding it, at least. And with that in as a point, like, I don't want to, like, piss off the UK in such a way that, like, we still have to work with them. Right. Even if I don't care for Theresa May, but I understand that she's the one that, for the most part, calls the shots over there, and we still have to work with her because, I don't know, I don't want to be pointing fingers and pointing guns at one another. So, like, I full well understand, but with as the size of the protests that were predicted if on that state visit, it could have easily hindered, like, progress in terms of just being able to speak to them in an official capacity. Now, I don't know how much you need to go over there to actually do any type of business work that you couldn't just do over a conference call or a Skype call or a friggin' phone call, but I also understand it's a matter of, like, talking in person about world matters. So I understand why you want to protest, and that's cool, but I think they're trying to do this so that it doesn't interrupt the ability to actually work.
I mean, I guess it'd be kind of like if Vladimir Putin came here to talk at the White House with Trump. A lot of people would be protesting. He would not be able to get in that White House without some strong-arm guards, you know?
Jennifer makes a good point. Have you seen how the UK gets just at football games? In this case, it's soccer and not American football. They get fucking crazy.
Oh my god. Have you watched that Elijah Wood movie where he's a soccer hooligan?
No.
Fucking great.
Either way, so I mean, that's a good point. I mean, it could cause essentially just riots in the street if he did show up.
Oh yeah, no, definitely. And it most likely will when he does show up.
If he does show up.
Yeah.
We live in a day and age where you don't actually need to show up in person to do any work.
Yeah.
At least
almost there. We're almost at the point of holograms, like, let's be real.
I'm sure we do have holograms. They're just not great yet.
Yeah. And yes, Green Street hooligans. Thank you, Jennifer.
No idea.
3.
A study says that Ritalin use in childhood could cause long-lasting alterations in neurotransmission.
This was submitted by Ragnarok Cometh to Our Science.
Yep, so what this is that they have conducted a study that shows that giving children Ritalin reduces their BAGA. I'm dyslexic as hell. GABA, which is essentially it's amino acid that helps conduct the neurosignals from your brain to other parts of your body, specifically into your spine. And so what this is that it shows that it will reduce the amounts of GABA that's available in your body, which means that your brain is not as efficient at sending signals to where it needs to.
So it'll forever dull you?
Basically, yeah. In that's a very trivial way to put it. It's not quite that severe, at least not that they can prove at this time. They have only been they can't literally just like test it on children right now.
Right. You kind of just don't want to test things on children anyways, really.
Yeah.
Andrew, no way. Meth is bad for you?
So they've tested on animals, and animals show a very large reduction in the amounts of GABA that's available in them. GABA proteins are in all invertebrates, and with that as well, they took a large number of tests between adults and then normal adults, and then adults that had a history of using Ritalin as they were growing up, and found very similar numbers. Now that's about as far as they can go with the study, because yeah, that's about as far as you can legally go.
Morality-wise, it's hard to test on kids, you know?
Yeah, so it does show a pattern, though, that extended use of Ritalin to treat ADHD leads to a lower amount of functioning GABA proteins.
It makes your brain stop functioning as hard.
Well, it doesn't affect the brain so much as it affects the brain's ability to... like, if this is the brain and there's this little rope that the brain sends stuff across, that rope gets thinner and more difficult to send stuff across. The brain still functions just fine. It just can't tell stuff to do as what. But you
can argue that rope technically should be a part of that brain, because if the brain is, doing it constantly, it should be able to send it down that rope, no problem.
Sure. So, yeah. Of course, I mean, I feel like
each body has 3 brains anyways.
The head, the heart, and the genitals?
No. The head, the stomach, and the nervous system.
Oh, okay. Not the heart or the genitals?
No, those are just, pluses.
Oh, okay.
4.
What? No.
2.
I created a movie database site that combines Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, Letterboxd, and Metacritic scores, and will show Netflix and Amazon Prime availability.
You did, Michael?
No, I didn't. That's just the fucking title of the headline, damn it.
Well, you know who did? Yambato to our data is beautiful.
So this is an article, just something that I thought was really cool that I wanted to share with everybody. So one big, huge thank you to Yambato, who I'm sure will never hear this episode. But either way, I would like to show you guys...
Fucking send it to him, personally.
Oh, I mean, I might. So the website is cinesift.com, and I will drop it into the Facebook chat as well. And it does exactly what I just described. It gives you an averaged out score of the tomato meter, the audience rating, IMDb, Letterboxd, and Metacritic score, and then will tell you where you can find it. And I will get you an example right now. And it also right now it's sorted by the best movies of all time, based on scores and otherwise. Currently, the best movie according to everything, the best movie ever made right now is The Godfather.
Oh shit!
I haven't seen it, so...
No, not The Godfather, the second one, Seven Samurai. That's fucking exciting!
Sure.
Akira Kurosawa's fucking... Oh my god.
And so it shows you the average rating if you want to know, because, I mean, even, like, Rotten Tomatoes can be skewed sometimes, even if it's something we go off a lot. And, like, Metascore is also something that...
Oh, god damn it.
What?
A Quentin Tarantino movie's up here is one of the best of all time, so it's not gonna... It's like, Tarantino's brain is just gonna be all over this. And he'd be like, oh my god, I'm the best.
Oh, Pulp Fiction?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and like Metascore is a collected average score of a whole bunch of other review sites, so that takes one collected average and mushes it into another average. So this is just a good resource, and it also, you can see down there, if you are watching the video, you can see where it tells you if it's on Amazon Video, Amazon Prime, like if we look at the good, the bad, and the ugly.
Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho.
Basically just
Taxi Driver.
Where you can find it if you want it.
A New Hope.
No, Spirited Away is up there. That's cool.
Spirited Away is above A New Hope.
Is that wrong?
I don't know. The Third Man, that's fucking cool. Raiders of the Lost Ark, North by Northwest, Raging Bull, Citizen Kane, It's a Wonderful Life. Inside Out. Inside Out is just above The Fellowship of the Ring?
I don't know, man.
Oh, what?
1.
Far-right extremist is arrested for plotting to shoot French President Emmanuel Macron in front of Donald Trump on Bastille Day after trying to buy an AK-47 online.
Oh, God, I keep hitting into the Cinesift. This is submitted by November 2nd to Our World News.
So, first off, that is a very bloated-ass headline, and I'm just going to tell you right now, take this entire thing with a fucking grain of salt, because this is the goddamn Daily Mail.
Sure.
And the Daily Mail likes to blow things way out of perspective for the sake of trying to get additional clicks. So the unnamed 23-year-old Frenchman who was arrested, the reason that he was arrested, he was already on a watch list because he was placed, he received a 3-year prison sentence last year for condoning terrorism, spreading hate speech, 18 months of which were suspended. And so they found the date on his computer at that time. He was an apologist to neo-Nazi, and a bunch of other stuff. Anyway, apparently he tried to get a gun because he claimed that he was going to shoot the French President Emmanuel Macron. It never got that far. He tried to buy a gun, and because he was on a watch list, they went, hey, we're not going to let you buy a gun. And in fact, we're going to arrest you. The only actual weapons he had, they discovered 3 kitchen knives in his car, and that is all. So I would also like to point out that aside from this gentleman's history, this is a pretty blown up story because there are people that, I mean, like, there are people in America that talk about all the bad shit they want to do to Donald Trump. I mean, look at the friggin' public protests we had when Obama got elected and people were hanging friggin' stuffed,
burning effigies.
yeah, and they were hanging stuffed versions of him, like, driving down the street in their trucks. So, I mean, this is a pretty, this is why I hate Daily Mail, by the way, pretty blown out
Article
situation, but I didn't know people were that upset with Emmanuel Macron. I mean,
no. There's far right extremists in every country.
Okay, I suppose that's very
Whether
true.
or not they win or not is, I guess, entirely up to the Russians.
Oh, dude, not cool. Not cool. I'd like to change the damn title card. Thanks, dick. Except I fucked it up. God damn it. Anywho, I'm going to hit this button now.
I'm Mr. Meeseeks! Look at me!
Nathan, what did you care about in the last 72 hours?
There's definitely a GIF that I just saw. I had 2 or 3 things. I'm gonna forget all of them specifically for this GIF. Right?
Is it an otter playing drums?
No.
Okay.
It is Buzz Aldrin's reaction to hearing Donald Trump talk about space.
I know what you're talking about. It should be right here at the top of Reddit, and I'm going to open it up, and I'm going to dump it straight into the goddamn show.
Oh my god, Buzz Aldrin looks like he just had his balls ran over.
He is so perturbed. Like, what is this guy talking about? What? Someone make him stop, please? Oh,
Right?
God, he's still talking. And this is actually just a short clip of the things that he did, like his reactions throughout Trump's speech. But throughout Trump's speech, there's an extended version of this where they show you a lot more of his reaction. He's just upset the whole time, like, oh, you make me uncomfortable. Do you have any idea how inaccurate what you just said was? Could you please not do that?
Yeah, and oh man, I'm reading an excerpt about where this happened, and it's fucking great.
The caption for this is Buzz Aldrin represents all of us these days. Trump speaks.
It's not wrong.
Yeah, Trump speaks. We're just like, oh, could you not?
He's just like
You're wounded.
And then you got that guy right directly behind Trump. If you go back,
yeah,
he looks like a lizard.
Well, I mean, he probably is a lizard person.
Whoa. Don't call them people. That legitimizes them.
Oh, okay. He's probably a lizard being.
Yes, there you go.
I mean, he's got a permanently fake smile on his face, so
Exactly! I tell ya, lizards!
definitely not lizards.
Buzz Aldrin's sitting here like, this guy's a lizard, and this guy's talking about being great with lizards. I can't handle this.
Wait, is there a subreddit definitely not lizards? Well, because there's definitely not robots, right?
Uh-huh.
Damn it. All right. Hang on. Let me just search lizard people subreddit. Like, I'm sure something has to fucking come up. It's literally called Our Lizard People.
No way.
Yep. It's not a very big one or has much activity. I'm disappointed. No. Okay. Well, either way.
No.
I got 2 things for you today. First is, at the end of the day on Friday, Germany legalized gay marriage.
Yeah, we told you we'd get back to you on that, and you know what? They can smoke pole there legally now. With the rings on the fingers.
And then there's already huge backlash against this. Some politicians are trying to make it where they're not allowed to and just trying to prevent them. There's been people like outside of courthouses trying to prevent them from entering the courthouses. But either way, it's legal. People will shake it out eventually. It'll get through. The other thing that I want to talk about is Poland once sent the United States a birthday card with over 5 million signatures on it.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Now, it wasn't delivered on our birthday. It showed up, unfortunately, a few minutes late. And the reason that it showed up a few minutes, the legitimate reason they gave was, sorry, it took a while to get all of the signatures. It arrived on October 14th, 1926, with 5.5 million signatures. 1/6 of their population had signed it. And it came in a book that is like 4 feet tall and like 8 feet wide, full of all the signatures.
That's
Okay,
amazing.
maybe not 8 feet wide, maybe more like 4 feet wide, but either way.
I really like it.
And it had a bunch of artwork and stuff like that in it because it was just this big, awesome book full of signatures of people wishing America a happy birthday.
I wish more places did that, you know?
Well, at
I would definitely go to a place to sign signatures for birthdays for countries.
Right. And at the time, Poland was extremely happy. They had just got out from under the controlling arm of, Russia and Germany and all of the other people that just kept on passing Poland around like a wet blanket. And they had gained their independence thanks to the United Powers coming in and messing things up. And so they just wanted to show their appreciation with a card.
It's real nice of them.
By card, I mean a book. And by a book, I mean a massive tome. So, yeah.
Again, I really like that. That's a really sweet idea.
Thanks, Poland. We should send them one back now.
I agree. I feel like we should do this with a lot of countries.
Although I feel like it'd be very difficult in the United States because we're such a huge country and all of our people are very spread out.
And all of our people hate other countries.
Yeah, you're right.
And people from other countries.
Yeah, no, I'm sad.
We have a lot of extreme nationalists, and it scares me.
I'm dumb. Hey, Nathan, do you care about anything else, or should we just head into the end of the show?
No, I've kind of forgot, like, everything that I cared about this last weekend.
That's cool. Quick heads up to everybody. If you are curious, we will be doing a show tomorrow. Tomorrow is the 4th of July, Independence Day for the United States. We will still be doing a show. It will probably still be at the same time, 6 p.m. Alaska time, unless me and Nathan run into a scheduling issue of some sort. Trolley sour bright collars, very berry flavored. I want
It's for
some.
Andrew. Andrew says, what the hell are you shoveling into your pie hole?
Oh, okay, that's fair. That's an acceptable question, an acceptable answer. So yeah, we will have a show tomorrow, July 4th of 2017. It will be episode 316, but this is episode 315, and we are going to work on signing out. First thing we're going to do is to ask you to help support our show. If you can spare $1 a month, not a day, not a week, $1 a month or $5 a month if you're willing to give up a cup of coffee. And I understand that can be difficult sometimes, but if you are willing, patreon.com/dailyinternet. Huge thank you to the patrons that we already have. We love you because you help our show survive and thrive. And otherwise, that would be very difficult because money is hard right now. Otherwise, we would ask you to follow us on social media. You can follow the show on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. All of those are at iReaditCast. If you'd like to follow me on social media, I'm at Schwahn Michael, and Nathan is at Bitmenstein. A good free way to help the show is give us a 5-star review on iTunes, Stitcher, or Google Play. If you want to take the podcast with you, those are also good places to download it. 5-star reviews help our show get found by other people who search on them. Also, you can subscribe to us on YouTube. Unfortunately, we don't have enough subscribers to get an actual URL, so you're just going to need to search up the show on there. iReadit will bring it up immediately. Otherwise, though, you can send us an email, let us know what you thought of the show, or give us a new topic to talk about, feedback.ireadit@gmail.com, or you can call and leave us a voicemail at 508-738-2278. And that is it, everybody. That is your 315th dose of the internet. I am Michael Schwahn.
And I'm Nathan Wood.
And please remember, everybody,
Don't get eliminated!
have a good day, everyone.
Goodbye!